I knew Cornette, and Cornette was running this down here. So when I was in Japan finishing up, I literally called him from Roppongi, Japan, and asked him, "Hey, I'm finishing up here. When do you want me to get down there? What do you want to do? The whole deal." And he laid out the 6 months, or the first 6 months when I was going to be here. He laid it all out to me, and to this day, it's the only promoter that's ever done that for me. And I actually knew what I was going to do for the first 6 months here, and it started with beating John Cena the first night for the belt, and then the whole program. I worked with him the whole summer, all of it, and it all happened. And I came here mostly because we knew Jimmy. I knew Jimmy through Donnie B, through Dennis Carluzzo, the NWA. Jimmy's the one that advocated for me to come to OVW. When they were tossing around ideas before WrestleMania that year, there was a list of names they wanted to do business with. My name was on that list, and they had a meeting in Canada, somehow the booking committees, and Jimmy said, "I want Nova. I don't care who else you guys send to me," because they were going to send him like O'Hare and the old WCW guys who went to HWA, Luther Reigns, Horseshoe, a bunch of other guys. And Jimmy said, "I don't care who you send me. I need him though." So that's how I got hired.
Were you down here when the Boogeyman and the Jim Cornette incident happened?
Yeah. Here, I love Boogie. Marty Wright is one of the more fascinating, interesting people I've ever met, just in life. Not in wrestling, in life. He got into wrestling later. He was a great character. If Marty Wright had been able, I think he got in a little bit too late. If he had been as old as he was and maybe as banged up a little bit, if he had been able to get his skill set just to be a little bit more than novice, he probably could have been this generation's Ultimate Warrior. He really could have been. He had $1 million look. His promos were cool. I was married to Boogie for several months on SmackDown. I mean, from Vince McMahon himself, he's like, "Get what you can out of Boogie. Let's see if we can bring him along." But Boogie was a cool dude, class act. Just another case of, I guess, back then, Jimmy being so passionate about OVW and flipping out and just about every little detail. I honestly, I don't know how Jim Cornette survived physically during those last 2 years of his OVW tenure, because I really thought every single week he was going to have a heart attack or an aneurysm or die right there on the spot, because he was so wound up and he would go so insane about the smallest little detail, because he's booking the territory, and he was running this like, and I guess that's what all great bookers do. He was running this like it was 1985 New York territory. I mean, he was not. I just wish he had taken a step back sometimes and realized this is Louisville, Kentucky, it's wrestling, and more importantly, the people that were here, this was a step family for them. This is not their full-time family. Like, to me, when you're in the developmental system, even now, that's your step family. Like, your real family is going to adopt you later on. They're the big-time league. Like, the WWE, SmackDown, Raw, those are the family that are going to adopt you full-time to go live with them. This is just where you are for the time being. Like, you shouldn't have been booking this like it was the Von Erichs versus the Freebirds. Like, it was every little dollar hinged on whether or not. I mean, he took it really passionate. I wish a lot of the other guys took it to a degree as passionately as he did. But man, on a weekly basis, he'd have a meltdown, and I'd have to leave afterwards and be like, Jim's either going to get fired or someone's going to kill him.